In Waterjet, we've all been told how important water quality is. To the point, we all put a lot of effort into putting filters and softening our water, maybe even going to the extent of having reverse osmosis or DI water. What the problem is in Waterjet is once you've pressurized the water to 60,000 psi, maybe even 90,000 psi in today's newer technologies, we do not filter the water once it's been pressurized. As a result, AccuStream developed a very small filter which you can locate very close to the cutting head. The advantage of this is it can collect any contaminants that are introduced into the stream from the pump all the way as close to the cutting head as possible. We call this filter the Thimble filter. Here's the Thimble filter. As you can see, it is quite small. It is intended to go in the back side of two different standard high pressure fittings. Its unique design is made out of hardened stainless with a special pattern of laser drilled holes. This unique design allows it to be placed close to the cutting head and can collect a variety of contaminants that may be in your stream. The first fitting that the Thimble filter fits into is a 1/4 inch female by 3/8 male adapter. The second fitting that the Thimble filter works in is a 3/8 male by 3/8 female. Now let's get into where the Thimble filter fits into these fittings. The design of our 1/4 inch female to 3/8 male, we have a special bullet on the 3/8 male end which comes out of the housing. In the back side of what we call the bullet or the acorn, there's been a specially drilled out cavity to accept the Thimble filter. When installing the Thimble filter into the 3/8 bullet or acorn, there's no need to use blue goop. Simply put the Thimble filter into the back end of the acorn or the bullet. At this point, you simply want to take the acorn with the Thimble filter inside of it and place it back in the high pressure housing, being careful that the Thimble filter doesn't fall out while installing it. With the 3/8 male to 3/8 female, the Thimble filter actually goes in the opposite end of the filter as that of the 1/4 inch one. Here we place the Thimble filter in the back end or the female end of the adapter. There's a small cavity that has been drilled out in the end of the high pressure fitting to accept the Thimble filter. Simply place the Thimble filter inside the fitting with no blue goop. Once the fitting's in, simply put your collars and glands on your high pressure tubing and assemble it as you would any other standard high pressure fitting. The 3/8 high pressure line will make the connection and the filter will stay in place. Whether you're using a ruby orifice or a diamond orifice, the Thimble filter can greatly increase your chances of success, catching any contaminants that may damage your orifice. Due to the small size of the Thimble filter, AccuStream recommends that every 2 to 3, even maybe 400 hours, you check the Thimble filter to see if it needs to be cleaned. The reason for the varying hour intervals is due to your shop. If you have good water, poor water, this will change the amount of time between your intervals. Also, if you've done a lot of maintenance on your pump or you've changed any high pressure lines, this may increase the contaminants that have been caught by the filter, thus requiring more frequent cleaning. The Thimble filter has a unique design in such a fashion that it doesn't need to ever be replaced. As long as you don't drop it in the tank or lose it, it should last. I don't want to say forever, but it could. As long as you clean it and take care of it, it will last.
Okay. Or they kept filming over the same thing they already filmed, so they kept erasing everything.
A lot of the most popular cutting heads in the market today run 1/4 inch high pressure line directly into a mounting block, which then goes into a valve body. At this juncture is where the 3/8 male by 1/4 inch female adapter goes. This is the fitting that we talked about earlier. This is where the thimble filter will go inside the back end of the bullet of the acorn that we discussed previously. Here's an example of a cutting head where the high pressure line goes directly into the valve body. This is where a 3/8 female by 3/8 male adapter would be used. This is where the thimble filter is inside this back end of the high pressure body. Here's an example of where there's not a standard fitting that goes directly into the high pressure valve body, but there is high pressure plumbing upstream. Here's an example of where they bring 3/8 line directly into the cutting head from a 3/8 high pressure elbow. They bring the whip line into the elbow, and here is a standard 1/4 inch female by 3/8 male adapter. This would be an example of where we put the thimble filter a little bit away from the head, but still close enough to protect the diamond or the ruby.